Hey guys, I'm Pernell, that's Devin, we are 7 Tree Media, and on this episode you will uncover exactly what you need to know to quickly and successfully reach your target market on Facebook so you can get more qualified inbound leads and close more deals without gambling any time or money on your advertising, even if you don't know your customers. Now, some of the major problems in this area are what?
Well, I find with most of the businesses that we're talking to, they're frustrated because they're spending so much time and so much money creating these pieces and these ads and things like that, and then putting them out and deploying them, and then not really getting any results out of it. And so it just feels like you're kind of burning your money or flushing your money down the drain. So I super relate to that. The first time I started in this world, I think the first year I spent about $20,000 not getting it right. So it's definitely a subtle nuance to it, but I get that you can be frustrated, and because of that, you know, you get on the internet, you start searching, you're looking for something, just a life preserver in the ocean of, you know, the world of online marketing, and you get overwhelmed because of all the gurus, the tips, the tricks, the strategies, the secrets, all of that shit is just, it's out there, but it's all, you know, all over the place. So you're missing
you can't put the pieces together because you don't know which piece fits where. You don't know when to deploy and what to do at what time, right? So there's all the information is out there. Yeah. You just don't know where the hell to go with it.
Yeah, it's just you're missing, you know, you only get small pieces of the puzzle as you're putting it out. So you can definitely feel trapped when you're in this place because you're working so hard to make something work. And, you know, I always make a joke about the 9-to-9 grind because we have to work a little bit harder as entrepreneurs to, you know, get our business going first of all, but not just that, to keep it going. And then when you're wearing all these hats and doing all these things, it's frustrating, overwhelming, and you can definitely feel trapped in that space.
Right, so how do we solve this?
Well, so I'm going to use an example of one of the businesses that we worked with a long time ago because it was such an easy, a no-brainer idea to put something together. It was an in-home tattoo shop. Now, the in-home tattoo shops are really, really tough because there's all these negative stigmas around them, and it's so hard to actually get people to come in. So it seems like it would be a no-brainer, right? To, you know, people that need tattoos, you can just target people that need tattoos and get them into the shop. The problem is that you have to convince them that you're a safe place. So
yeah, that you're sanitary, that you're licensed by the government, that you've gone through all the procedures, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And so doing that ahead of time online makes it so much easier when you do get a customer into the space to communicate with them. So what we ended up doing was we targeted people local in the city with an interest in tattoos, and we showed them some of the procedures. That was our top of funnel content. It was to raise awareness, and then when people were interested in that, we retargeted the most engaged members of that audience with a gift card. It's a $100 gift card. They had to book within 2 weeks after they get that gift card, and so we ended up going from, you know, just friends and family to having you know, 5 to 10 leads every day and booking 2 or 3 clients every day. So just knowing what that target market wanted to see as far as top level content goes made a huge difference.
Right. Now, I mean, there's a bunch of reasons why people struggle with this process, right? I mean, a lot of people will struggle because they're not meeting people where they are. Now, what that means is that they're not meeting people on their level, right? They're either way below them and trying to give them, you know, a $10 gift certificate, or they're trying to give them a $1,000 gift certificate, right? It means you give somebody a $1,000 gift certificate, yes, that person's gonna come in and enjoy the services, but you're not gonna make any money off it, right? A $100 gift certificate actually gives people the opportunity to come into the shop and experience what it's like, and they still get, what is it, about 10%, 20% off their tattoo, because no tattoo I know ever costs $100.
Right.
You know, when you start dehumanizing your customers, that's another reason people struggle with this, right? Is because when you don't see people as people, you see them as dollars, then that's where businesses fall off a lot. I feel. Yeah. I feel a lot of businesses are like, okay, I'm going to treat you like you are. If you walk into my shop, you're a $50 bill, and that's not right either, right? You have to know people and know that people want to be treated like people, not like money.
Right. Just, you know, they're numbers now to you and not actually humans, and that's where you get a disconnect when you're trying to serve those people.
Exactly. And one of the other things, like I just spoke about it, like all the pieces are everywhere, right? None of the pieces are actually where they're supposed to be. You're overwhelmed by all this, right? So trying to put the pieces together and trying to make the puzzle fit perfectly for you is where you should be. How do we help our customers solve this problem?
So we tend to look at three big main areas. The first one being, who are you helping? You got to understand, you know, on a deeper level who your customers are, not just what they're interested in, but you know, what makes them up, what drives them emotionally, what are their fears and the implications of those fears, what are their dreams and desires and goals. And when you start speaking to the emotional aspects of those people, you rehumanize them, but then you're doing something different than all the other companies out there. Rather than going straight for the kill and hoping to get you know, a sale as fast as possible, you actually are able to communicate with them on a more deeper level and then attract them in. So that's the first thing. And then once we figure out who you're helping, it's this really simple, guys. What are you helping them with? What is it that's going to speak to those?
Do they need your solution?
Yeah.
Like if they don't need what you're offering, then there's no point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have to target the right people at the right time. I'm not going to go and get a tattoo by some artist I don't know. I'm going to check out the works. There's always going to be a bunch of background to that, right? So you have to target them when they're looking or when they want that, right? Like it's so frustrating to me when I see a bunch of people going out and trying to target their customers, but the customers aren't looking for what they're offering, and then they try and throw a substitute in there somehow, and it just doesn't work for that time.
Right. It doesn't speak to the emotional transformation that occurs when a customer is experiencing a problem, and then you solve that problem, and then how they feel after that problem is solved. When you start focusing on that and helping people see that when you're done with them, they're going to be better. That's exactly what they're looking for, and when you get them on that level, you're going to attract more people into into your business.
Absolutely, man. That's a great way to put it. Why don't you give me the outro?
So this is just one small piece of a three-step system that we've developed called the 3X Growth Map. It combines sustainable content model. That's a way to communicate with your customers on the platforms where they're most engaged, so that you can put an offer in front of them, and that's the 3-pillar marketing system. So if this is something that you're interested in understanding a little bit more about, we have a free resource for you to take advantage of. It basically walks you through all of the different steps that you're going to need. So remember those little pieces of the puzzle, they're all scattered all over the place. Well, we kind of gathered them, put them into one place for you. So if you want to take advantage of that, somewhere around this piece of content is a link. You can click on that, you can go get that thing. There's going to be some free training that comes along with it so that you can deeper understand the exact process that we're talking about, what we help local serving businesses achieve. And this isn't just what works with us, this is what all successful businesses are doing to increase their qualified inbound leads in a very short period of time without gambling time or money, even if they're not, you know, tech savvy or if they haven't been successful in the past.